Fuck you, Carl!
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
Hi everyone. It has been a little bit. In the time since I've been gone.
Nothing beats a
cool, refreshing sip of water. Thanks. Thank you very much for that. See a lot of people that I appreciate make big strides in big ways. I enjoy some of them even kind of, you know, delving into the realm of storytelling, giving themselves some really cool lore. But you know what? Why should they get to have all the fun? A simple, humble long boy can also have a little bit of fun in that realm too. So you know what? Fuck it. I recalled my very complicated, very at times unfortunate past. And I am here right now to give that to you in the form of, in the form of my super cool lore that is rad, amazing. It's got a lot of moving parts to it. It's got layers, like an onion, like an ogre. Back in the halcyon days of my youth, this is what I was. I've always just been immaculately handsome. I've always been strapping. I had a great many interests, including long wraps and spandex, my PlayStation, and, of course, watching the same videos on repeat, back to back to back. I can recall back when I was a wee boy, when I owned a Barnyard DVD. I played that Barnyard DVD. It was 8 episodes, the 8 best episodes of all time, including the episode with a leprechaun just flying across the screen, shouting leprechaun in a metal voice. It forced my parents to just walk in and shout, "Stop watching fucking Barnyard!" And that's how a giraffe became a furry, exactly. I have a couple family photos here for you. Here's a classic photo from a family vacation. That was not supposed to show up there, but listen, my extended family also went to the primate side as well, because long boys and long girls and long NBs and long AJs need bipedal comrades. And those comrades came in the form of monkeys. In fact, I had an uncle monkey right here with his big old facial hair, his big old, and he was wise. He had so much good advice under his belt. You can do anything. You can be as long as you can will to dare to be. He gave me a wives' tale about a boy that grew so large that he broke through the forbidden grid. The grid that separates the mortal plane from the cosmics. It was called The Tragedy That Reached the Man. And that tragedy was him breaking through the grid. Was the man, the long man, breaking through the grid and never being seen again. He saw potential in me. The potential to break through the barrier one day and achieve destiny. To that end, he bestowed upon me the immortal trickster god Henry. He's a small little guy. He has boundless energy, and he just really enjoys nomming on my legs. He really fucking enjoys just biting at my legs in particular. No other person's legs, just mine. There was one time where he finally just broke the skin. Very oddly enough, they were metal insides. But we're getting a little far ahead of that. For the coming years, he would follow me throughout my lifetime as we went to long school, where I had many long friends, became a long gamer guy. Long gamer guydom is essentially guys who are able to game super epically, and they never have any embarrassing things happen that weren't people throwing rings or sheep heads at them. So yeah, hopefully the layers are prevalent so far, because at this point in my life, everything was going okay. Everything was peachy keen. It is, until one day when I was in Long College. I came home, and I saw the crumpled piece of paper on the nightstand. It was a letter. And that letter was from Uncle Monkey. He told me everything about my life. How the giraffes, they were not beings of meat and bone and flesh. We were all built by the monkeys. And Uncle Monkey was my creator, chat.
The product of my
robotic engineering.
So Reddit was right all along. Zach, don't rub it in. Rub it in. We were meant to be shipped off to the Wicked West, where we were put in horrific zoos, just crammed in there like sardines, and to be repurposed as government surveillance drones, also known as lampposts. Frankly, I should have known. I was in a Little Raff baseball. I was like the big raffletes of my time, including Long Bron James and Stretch Armstrong. And I really should have known something was up when I got a pretty nasty injury during one of my games, and it was diagnosed as a discombobulated circuit board by Dr. Monkey. Or maybe that was just Henry. They never said anything about biting necks. I love Henry in all of these scenes. Listen, he's very integral to the plot. I keep him with me all the time, okay? He's very integral. I took some time for myself, and I went into the fabled synthwave safari. I coasted the sarsaparilla sands, dodging cacti, which were really hard to see because I was really long. Is it rude for non-giraffes to compliment one's neck or not? Asking for a friend. I mean, like, a lot of us are pretty sensitive about our length, but they don't call me the long boy for nothing. I just never get called short because everyone is just really nice to me. Isn't that right, chat? God damn it! But yes, I coasted through the sands, all along with developing and overcoming a crippling Fortnite addiction, and accepting Henry as my leg and perhaps neck-biting counterpart. I decided that I can't change his origins, and I also decided that through this, I can't change my own origins, but I can control my fate. I would fulfill my destiny, and I would defy the grid itself. Remember the grid from like 20 or 25 minutes ago? I made a promise to myself that I would defy that. You better hide your wives, guys. Because, listen, you better hide your wives. Because especially like with augments like this, they won't be able to get enough of it. Not every quest is smooth. In fact, most all of them have shortcomings. Such as that time that I put a bunch of guns on me.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Or that time when I lost my optical sensors. And I thought that my optical sensors were 2 olives. that was quite the time. There was this particularly really fun time where I wanted to reinforce my vertebrae with titanium, but I was really busy at the time. Thankfully, Uncle Monkey was there to help me. Unfortunately, in the process of doing this, he broke the titanium vertebrae in half. So, what did I have to do? Well, I had to get some help. I had to have Uncle Monkey take me to the residential experts, known as Monkey Squad. Monkey Squad is a real bang-up team, you know, because, you know, they fix us all the time for increasingly exorbitant rates. I had to wait there for a week, only to find out that they still didn't fix my fucking memory add-ons. When Uncle Monkey picked me up and took me home, we only found out that my memory implants were still fucked up when we got home, and he tried to power me on, and it didn't do jack shit. So you know what we did? We went right back to Monkey Squad. And from there, they basically told us, hey, you need new memory add-ons. And we were still experiencing the same error even after we got them. We came to the conclusion that my optical sensors from that point on were busted. And so we had to order a new pair of those as well, along with a new circuit board, or the motherboard in this case, because apparently all of this is required after a simple vertebrae upgrade. I cannot believe that after all this time, after money spent on the fucking Geek Squad, after months of money burning and headache, they fucked it up this bad. Never, ever trust Monkey Squad with your giraffe, ladies and gentlemen. Never ever trust them with your giraffe. Literally just go to any local store and they will do it for less money and for a fraction of the time. You don't need to wait a week for a simple CPU transfer. I could have done it myself. I could have done that shit myself, chat. I could have done it in like an afternoon. Because I actually know what I'm doing with computers. And from there we experienced no other problems. And you know what? I'm still making strides in just everything. And you know what? One day I will become long enough to break through the grid and reach my destiny. Right after I fix the monitor. that is now broken and sitting to my left, because that is also broken too. That is the last chapter. Okay, if you're real, say real in chat. Streamer said my name. You got noticed by Stev-senpai, by Stevpai. Real, I hope I'm real. Real, not real. Real?